How's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the new NASCAR game for the Nintendo Switch. So, I'm pretty excited about it. I didn't get the previous NASCAR game for the Switch, the NASCAR Heat Ultimate Edition, or whatever it's called. I wanted to, but I ended up selling my Switch before it released. So, but that's fine. um, but yeah, this game seems interesting. It's already here on Best Buy. It's on Amazon. Should be released in October, I think. Let me check. Yeah, October 14th. So, I'm honestly pretty surprised that they're making a new game for the Switch. I thought that they were just gonna leave that, especially with how bad NASCAR Ignition 21 started and all of that. I thought they'd put all their focus into that, but it's good that they're trying something on the Switch because I noticed that companies don't do that anymore with video games. Like, I remember way back in the day when I had a PSP, there was all types of cool games that were at least versions of regular games on the consoles. Like, what I remember there was on the PSP, there was like SSX on tour or something like that. They even had a NASCAR game on the PSP, and they just don't do that anymore. So it just seems like companies always try to play it safe now, the video game companies at least. And yeah, so this is really good to see. I'm pretty surprised by it, honestly. But maybe they just didn't get that many sales for the NASCAR Heat Ultimate Edition on the Switch, and so they wanted to try something new. But I'm pretty happy about it. So let's see. So yeah, October 14th, $49.99. I don't know if this is gonna be the real cover or if that's just what they have right now, like a placeholder. But yeah, there are some details that got released about it. The officially licensed video game of the 2022 season. So that's interesting because if it has that, then that means that they should have the next gen cars. So that'll be good. Um, Puts the fun and intensity of the NASCAR Cup Series in the palm of your hands on the Nintendo Switch. Featuring the 2022 official teams, drivers, cars. So hopefully the next gen cars, and regular season and playoff schedule from the world's most popular stock car racing series. So that's interesting. I'm wondering if, since they say it has the regular season and playoff schedule, does that mean it's going to have the new tracks? Like COTA, Circuit of the Americas, and maybe Nashville? Oh man, that'll be interesting. But then again, that might mean that it doesn't have some of the other ones like California, stuff like that. So I guess we'll have to see. But it might mean maybe they'll have the Daytona Road Course. That'd be cool. So maybe there'll be new tracks. I'm not sure. Create your own legacy with career mode. Compete as your favorite driver at any track and race now. Beat your rivals in online, local, and split screen multiplayer. Try your best to beat real life challenges and customize your own driver and paint scheme. Start your rivalry on the track or wherever you go with NASCAR Rivals. Sounds cool. So there's going to be a career mode. Uh, all of this just seems pretty basic. Race now. Pretty basic. Changing the race length, tire, and fuel consumption. That's good. Challenge mode. Oh, that's cool. So there's going to be challenges. That helps. That always helps. Online split screen. That's pretty cool that it has split screen. Sometimes I'm just surprised that they would go to that length, but that's really cool. Local multiplayer. Paint booth. So they're gonna have new things added to the paint booth. That's not a big deal for me. I don't really like making my own cars. I like racing with the real cars. I don't know, just something feels like cheesy about making my own cars. But that's cool for those who like it and who want that. So now this got my attention. Gameplay enhancements, improved AI, more player camera options, and DNFs. So I think the AI in NASCAR Heat is already pretty good. Um, but more player camera options, I don't know what that is going to mean, but I'm interested to see that. And DNFs. Now, I know that in NASCAR Heat 5 they had DNFs, but it didn't really work that well. Like, for example, if you DNF'd, it would just automatically, you just finish last. And that's not really how real DNFs work. So if like someone else DNF'd before you, didn't matter. You just finished last. So hopefully they fix that, and it'll be a little bit more realistic and in a way easier to DNF, but we'll see. And then you can play with the Joy-Con wheel pair. Now, if you go to Walmart's website, they have it listed too, but they also have some screenshots. So this is pretty interesting. The first screenshot here is Richmond. They're at Richmond Raceway. It seems like the next gen car, so that's pretty cool. All the new paint schemes, and the graphics seem a lot better than the NASCAR Heat Ultimate Edition, but we don't know yet. We'll see what happens. The next screenshot is Bubba Wallace. The new paint scheme, the new cars. The next one is kind of a screenshot of the challenges. So there seems to be quite a few challenges. One thing I haven't seen anyone else talk about is the font for the menus and the screens and everything is the same as NASCAR Ignition. So it does seem like they're moving away from NASCAR Heat, and that it's not just going to be another copy and paste of that. It seems like it'll be more closely related to NASCAR Ignition, which I think is a good thing if they're going to move in the right direction. So we'll see, but we don't know yet. Then the next one is the paint booth, which again doesn't interest me that much, but it does seem like they've added some other logos and stuff that you can use. And this is the next gen car with the numbers moved up and everything, so that's kind of interesting to note. I mean, yeah, it's just interesting that they're putting all that in. And the last screenshot seems to be one where it's the split screen mode, and it's weird. They have like a combination. They have the NASCAR Heat speedometer display. It seems similar to NASCAR Heat to me, but they have the NASCAR Ignition display up here for that. So it seems like almost a combination between the two. But now you can see the graphics now are a little bit less than those screenshots from before. But honestly, they don't seem that bad. They seem better than the NASCAR Heat Ultimate Edition. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. You know, there's about 2 months until the release. I'm excited for it. Hopefully I can get it. I personally prefer playing almost any game in in a handheld, pretty much. That's just my personal preference. I can lay down, I can relax. When I have a console, you always gotta, it depends on your TV and everything like that. I love handhelds, so it's really cool to see a game as complex and detailed as NASCAR come to a portable version. Hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully this will be an improvement over the Heat Ultimate Edition, which I think was pretty good already. So this should be interesting. I'm interested to see how it is. So anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I'll try to update everybody on what happens with it. Thanks.